What it do, snackers, snackettes, and snack X's? It's your boy Gage. I'm here with Sin.
Yes, sir.
I can't see the chat. Jokes is not coming. However, we gonna make it do what it do, baby.
Not late, just not coming.
It's not coming.
Okay. What up,
And
Doctor
you are
Who?
now, what up, Doctor Who? Tuned into Loading Snacks Weekly. Happy November, Leah.
Yes.
Where we get together once a week and we talk about things that are happening in pop culture. And
Today.
we are going to talk about Baltimore Comic Con. We're going to talk about Marvel,
Okay.
EA,
Okay.
DC,
Okay.
PlayStation. You know, the regulars.
Okay.
Like the regulars.
just go run the
Damn.
gauntlet. Okay.
We're just going to run through. Before we do that, Sin, I have sent you a link so you can copy and paste the Beacons link because Jokes is not here and because I can't see the chat. Fix that, Melon. And so Sin is posting the Beacons link. Here's why that's important. There are a couple of reasons. One, it's the easiest way to follow us everywhere and see all the things that we're doing because we're doing a lot of things. We are currently very busy. There's a lot happening. But there is also a link there that will allow you not only to support us on Patreon, which we're going to get to in a moment, but will allow you to support us for this weekend's upcoming Extra Life charity stream, which is happening 3 times over 3 days, over 8 hours, plus 8 hours, plus 8 hours, and probably plus some extra hours. Now,
Probably, yeah.
If clicking on the Beacons link is a little too much to ask, there is above my head,
right there,
above Spider-Man's head, a QR code you can scan that will take you directly to a link that will allow you to either join the team or donate directly to one of them as we play for Children's Miracle Network hospitals this weekend. It's gonna be a good weekend. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna get a little tired.
What new art?
There is no new art on my screen.
No new art. There's new figures in the back, but no new art on my screen.
Yeah, no new art. That is not new. It just wasn't right there before. It was on the other side of the room. No, Riddles has refused to be on camera during the show. However, I would reckon she's in the chat. Hello,
somewhere.
Oh, definitely, she's in the chat. Sin, if you would do your job.
Yes, so let's shout out our top tier patrons, starting with Anthony Cunningham, Marcus Houston, Susan Dortch, Tyrone Carson, Meticulous Skin, and Jonathan Sosa. Thank you very much. We truly, truly appreciate it.
This is very true. And you too can be truly appreciated. If you head over to that Patreon link, you can find from our Beacons link and become one of our top tier patrons. We did last night at the very last minute because we've been very busy. Shoot our question of the month. You right. Sam Goody's finest right here. Twice over. Landover and Forestville. Speaking of which, man, I have an episode of another podcast coming up with me and T got together and talk a lot. I'll make sure I tag you when that goes live. Yeah. You can also follow us on Patreon, which we would greatly appreciate that additional support there. But honestly, currently right now, if you're gonna give us money, don't give it to us right now. Donate to the cause.
Yeah.
Help us help the children this weekend. We do have a schedule for what we will be playing and when.
Mm-hmm.
It has been ever changing.
It has been.
And though we can tell you what the plan is, we cannot guarantee
that is going to stay that way. Yeah.
We have some adjustments we need to make because somebody on the stream didn't respond to my text when I said, hey, can we jump in and make some adjustments? But he right there. He right there. Didn't respond at all. We've had to make some adjustments because, as some of you may already be aware, we did discuss last week, we will be doing a D&D one-shot. It is our first time playing D&D. Last week, we spent like 4 hours creating our characters. That does not include the time that we had to do separately in order to complete the characters so we could send them. But unfortunately, J Mark, who was kind enough to join us last week to help us create those characters, had something come up and his timing for his flight changed. He was actually going to be DMing for us from out of town. He is local for us, but he was going to be in LA, and his flight stuff changed. And just to kind of try to keep things from being too much, we have moved that D&D session to Sunday. Now, originally, the plan was 12 to 8 Friday, 12 to 8 Saturday, 10 to 6 Sunday. Currently, the plan is 12 to 8 Friday, 12 to 8 Saturday, and 12 to 8 Sunday. We needed to bump over and down in order to make sure we could fit D&D in, and so now D&D will be 4 to 8 on Sunday evening. We will be playing Destiny 2 the morning of Sunday. That'll be first up. There are several other games that are in the lineup. However, because we had to move D&D, where they all fall into place is not exactly decided yet. But we can give you a rundown, right, Sin?
Yes, we can.
Sin, run it down.
All right, so Friday, we are looking at right now, like you said, 12 to 8, starting off with Power Wash Simulator. That's not starting off. That's not starting it off.
Yeah, but I know what it sounds like. But Power Wash Simulator might be the most satisfying.
Yeah.
It's a weird kind of crack, y'all. Yeah. You might not want to miss that.
Yeah, I apologize. We're starting off from 12 to 2 in Multiverses. Then after Multiverses is Power Wash Simulator from 2 to 4. Followed by Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville from 4 to 6. And ending the night with Escape Academy from 6 to 8. That is the Friday night schedule as of right now.
I also highly recommend you tune in to watch us play Escape Academy, which is basically like if you've ever been to an escape room. It's an escape room, but it's in a video game, and I have a feeling.
Yeah, that's going to be terrible, but a fun time.
Shenanigans, bro.
Yes.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, so Saturdays were things we have to kind of really finalize and put things together.
Yeah, let's just run down what the plan is for what we'll play. We don't have to worry about the times just yet. We'll get it finalized. We'll make sure we post it so that y'all know.
So Saturdays we have Gunfire Reborn that we're going to be running. Possibly throwing in You Suck at Parking. And
no. You Suck at Parking is happening.
No. I mean, like as far as where everything just lines up, if we got to move something to Sunday,
yada. Okay, where it's going to be. Yeah.
Right. You Suck at Parking, Aliens Fire Team, and ending the night with The Quarry, which is going to be a great time, I believe. And Sunday, as you heard, for now, we have Destiny to start the day off and going out strong with D&D.
Now, Sin, Aliens Fire Team.
I'm
going to ask you a question.
Fire away. What's up?
Did you download
the update?
And when I say download, I mean pay for the updated content.
Oh, you have to pay for it?
Yeah. I think it's like $17 for us right now.
I didn't know, I didn't know I had to pay for it. I thought it just was like, it updates and, you just get it. So
there was an update, but for the new content, you do have to pay for it. So I just thought I'd throw that out there just in case. You know what I'm saying?
right, hold on. We got some stuff. Let's see here.
My man said we got some stuff. Let me just hold my. I expect the tentative schedule to be sent my way. It doesn't have to be for Extra Life, but we got squad things to do. And listen, let me tell you something, buddy.
I know what you're talking about, Tony, and F all that.
Hey, dog, I'm down. Don't worry about Slim. I'll talk to him. And he always acts scared when it's time to get it in, man. We're gonna get it in. It's gonna be fine. We do have to put something together. Here's what I can tell you. That's right, Ellis. Shenanigans, meaning it will happen multiple times. Here's what I can tell you, Cuddy. See, same twins. That must be Escape Academy. Yes, it's called You Suck at Parking, and it is like 8 players driving tiny cars around these ridiculous maps with a very tiny square. You have to try to be the first person to park your car in without overshooting it. And so, yes, it's a parking game, but it's a driving game, but it's like a racing game, kind of
like an arcade game.
It's like, you're knocking each other off of it and whatever. Here's the thing. All we've done, besides download it, is watch the trailer. We haven't played it. We're going in blind. What I can tell you is I highly recommend you type in You Suck at Parking game and just watch the trailer.
Yeah.
Just watch the trailer. The idea of all of us scrambling to try to get our vehicle into the square first. Yup. You Suck at Parking.
Hilarious. Yeah.
Cuddy. Extraction is on the list. There are a couple of things you need to know. 1, I am off all next week. 2, God of War comes out next week. So, and that happens like Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kayla, love you back. That means minimal time for extraction, but I'm down. Like, we can make it happen. We just have to get in and knock some stuff out.
What's going on, Larry?
Larry, what's good, bruh? Good to see you, man. I do feel like we're gonna be in some trouble because Sin seems like he don't really want to play this. But we'll make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. Don't worry.
I'm not looking forward to it, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, like squad up. Yeah.
So yeah, one more time. The QR code is right above Spider-Man's head. You can scan that QR code. You can donate now. You don't have to wait till game day to donate to Extra Life. Again, all of the proceeds go to Children's Miracle Network hospitals. I personally am playing for Children's in DC, keeping it local. Sin, you are playing for Hopkins, correct?
Yes, Baltimore, yes.
So Sin is playing for Hopkins in Baltimore. But you can pick any of the people who are on the team. All the money's going to a great place and for a great cause, and feel free to chime in. Now, before we move on to Baltimore Comic Con, Sin.
Yeah, what's up?
You have some very specific tiers that you have set up for your donations, correct?
For the most part, yeah.
Now, you have already had somebody donate $100 so that they could name your character for D&D, correct?
Correct.
All right. So now, none of the rest of us have had anybody donate for that specifically. But remember that is an option that is out there. If you donate $100, you can name one of our characters. So while you look at what you do have set up for people, I'm going to make an announcement real quick.
Okay.
I told Jokes this. While we were at Baltimore, we came across the CGC booth. And at their booth, if you followed them on Instagram or made a post or whatever, you got to draw something out of a bag that they had. You could either Extra Life Kidlit
this weekend,
is
Kidlit.
All right. So normally we do 24 hours straight from 8 a.m. Saturday to 8 a.m. Sunday, 25 hours because of daylight savings. This year we split it in 3 days. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we are doing, and we're doing 12 to 8 each day. So you can tune in any of those days at any one of those times. We will be playing stuff together. Zaina will also be playing. My youngest daughter, Edie, is also going to be playing. I haven't set her up on the team just yet, but she will be there and will be able to accept donations as well. Yeah, while we're at the CGC booth, you could reach your hand into this bag and you could either pull out a 9.8, a 9.9, or a 10. If you pulled out a 10, they gave you a comic that was graded, meaning they put it in this beautiful case and give it a grade and say it's worth this much because it's in great condition and this helps keep it in that condition. And some people want some really good stuff. I got this hoodie because I pulled a 9.9. Zaina pulled a 10. Sin, you got a 9.9. You got some swaggage.
Yes. Yeah.
Jokes got some swaggage. Tatiana pulled a 10. There were 10s. They were flying around. But here's the other thing. So I said to the gentleman at the table while Zaina was filling out a card so she could get with some information so she could get her comic. I said to the gentleman behind the table, do you have any cards? Just like this. Hey, do you have any cards? Yeah, we was going crazy this weekend. And he said, well, I have these. And he just pulled out these graded cards and just put them on the table and was like, you can have those. And I was like, I meant a business card.
Right.
But I'm going to take those, though. Here's the thing. This is a graded Pikachu, Pokemon, some kind of flashy
card.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a graded Pokemon card. And I'm going to tell you a secret that most y'all already know. I do not care. I don't care about Pokemon. This doesn't mean anything to me. However, Jokes loves Pokemon. If I get a full $200 donation and you can put in the notes, this is what it's for, I will give this to Jokes. I don't care. I will happily keep it for free and not ever give it to him, and happily, consistently mention to him that nobody donated $200 so he could have it. But just in case anybody's feeling special, they may. Sin, what do you have on the docket for your personal punishments? I'm surprised Jokes catch him. Not Jokes catch him. Oh, man. If he doesn't let you get it,
gotta put up that money.
You don't care.
So let's see. At $100, I will eat like party cheese. Like I'll go buy
party cheese,
whatever they call like the little tray,
spray can cheese.
No, you go get the tray when you get the toothpicks and it's in cubes or whatever. You know what I mean? I go get one of those party cheese and actually eat some.
So you're just gonna have cheese on deck?
Yeah, I'll go buy it. They will put it in the fridge and it'll be ready to rock.
All right, you're gonna have to do a little more than just say that because nobody understands what I understand.
I think it's gross and disgusting, and I don't eat cheese.
Sin hates cheese almost the way I hate mayonnaise.
Yes.
Almost.
Yes.
It's a lie, but it's true. And I'll let him explain it. Tell him what that means.
I just think if it's not on a pizza or on a cheese curls, I think it's disgusting. Like I hate cheeseburgers. If don't put cheese in my burger, I will throw it back at you. Like I think it's nasty. So I'm going to go buy a tray or whatever. Go to the grocery store, buy a tray, and I will eat it. Eat cheese sitting here while we're getting.
How much cheese are we talking?
I'll at least try each of the different pieces on there, whatever, depending on how many come in the tray,
And let me make sure I understand what this is. For a single $100 donation.
Yep, just $100. When I hit $100, boom, do it. Yep.
When you hit another $100, eat more cheese.
I could do that if
because you already over $100, so that means you already eating cheese.
Yeah. I'm already starting off with that. Yeah. So
That's what I'm saying. Are you eating cheese every time you go up 100? Does it have to be a full $100 donation? What are the rules here?
Well, when I was putting it was $100. I would eat some cheese. I don't mind doing it every $100, doing another piece of cheese. Like I don't mind if for the people, I don't mind doing it.
And like that mayonnaise for me last year, you gonna regret it.
I probably will. And
I'm gonna call Chris Lightning and tell him immediately.
Please don't do that. But I know you will.
Also, you heard that correctly. Sin hates cheese and his favorite food is pizza. I'll let y'all figure it out.
Yes, I'm weird. It is what it is.
So let's talk about what you got. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
Oh yeah, at 200, I will wear a Superman shirt for the rest of that day's stream, which I've already hit 200. So I'll be wearing the Superman shirt.
You already own the Superman shirt?
I own it from last year, so I already have one. So I will be wearing it all day on Friday. And just because I might push it for the whole weekend, but yeah, that was done. So yes, I'll be forced to wear that terrible shirt and represent him the whole weekend. This next one, I might put it's at the $300 tier, but I might boost it to the $400.
Hey dog, make sure when you put that shirt on, you post it to your Instagram permanently and pin it to the top. Hey dog, be a man about it.
I know that. I wasn't going to delete it.
Be a man about it, bro. Come on, man. Hey, listen, chat, get at him.
Fine.
You got to post it. You got to take a picture and post it.
I know. I was going to take a picture and post it. Yeah. That because
pin it.
Document it. Pinning it. Oh gosh. Okay, fine. Whatever. I'll pin it. All
right, continue.
At the $300 or $400 tier, I haven't decided which one yet. I got these 2.5 million Scoville cheese balls, supposed to be the hottest cheese balls, whatever. I will eat those at that dollar amount.
At $500?
No. At either 300 or 400. I haven't decided on which one yet. But that'll be next up on it. I'll do that next.
Wait, are those the same ones you dropped off in my house?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I can tell you now. I'm not going to touch them until I hit at least 500, which I'm not far from.
Okay. A tattoo? Yeah, it had to be fake, bro. But in that sense, when I reach my $1,000 mark, you might like what I have right there. So let me just get through this. So let's see. I don't know. I've seen people do like these super strong smelling salts, like on TikTok and everything. So I bought one to burn the living crap out of my nose hairs. Like I looked for like the strongest one I could possibly find, and I got that. I'll do that at the next tier after the what's the name ones to see what it's about.
Pass out, but okay.
So yeah,
I'm gonna pass out.
That's next. After that, I have those sitting right here, ready to go. I don't have anything around the $600. For $700, I was toying with doing the Pocky One Chip Challenge, but I will be completely.
Did you get the chips?
I have the chip right here, but to be completely honest with you, the more I see people like going to the hospital over these things on TikTok, I'm literally terrified to do it. So I don't know if I'm going to commit to this just yet, but I do have it on deck just in case because I'm here by myself. If something happens to me, ain't nobody can come pick me up, but Vicious, and yeah, he ain't doing nothing. Yeah. So I have it on deck just in case. So I'm still feeling that one out. But I'll say for my 3 highest tiers. At 800, I will dye my hair purple. I bought the stuff last year, didn't make that tier, so I'm bringing it back this year. At 900, I will watch a horror movie in the Discord and let you all join in and watch, and we can let the people decide on what to watch as long as certain movies aren't on that list. I'm fine with that. And last but not least, if I reach my $1,000, I will get the Superman logo shaved in my head.
Who's doing it?
My barber. She's already aware. And I have the appointment scheduled for Tuesday.
I need a number.
You need a number?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't believe me?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
Not what I said.
Okay. Okay.
I need to, All right, I'm with it. Um, I'm not telling y'all what I'm doing. I'm making my best as I go along, but y'all know I got these super hot cheese balls, and I got some ghost pepper hot sauce. Might be doing some shots of that.
Oof.
It's gonna be nice to have a break this year in between streams. Yeah, my man said shaved into his head.
Yep. She gonna put the design in. Yep.
I kind of want to shave into your beard, but all right. That's gonna be fire. Hey, listen, let's talk about Baltimore Comic Con.
Okay.
Just give me your overarching thoughts.
Overall, I thought it was cool. The layout was way better than it was last year. That was one of the biggest complaints we had about last year.
Yeah.
So this time seeing it take a step back was great. It was easier to maneuver around. You know what I mean? Get with people and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't confusing to figure out where people were. So definitely appreciated that. Outside of that, I had an overall good time catching up with people, meeting people. Unfortunately, because of my migraine, I was down for most of the day on Saturday, but rallied back, got in there a little late, but it was able to get up with y'all. But overall, I had a good time in Baltimore. Definitely.
I meet you.
No, I didn't,
Baltimore was cool.
Robert.
We shot a lot. Sunday we didn't shoot much of anything except for snack bites. We shot a lot Friday. We shot a lot Saturday. Saturday was busy between shooting and helping with the cosplay showcase. Shout out to Bishop Cosplay, Harry Crossan and his folks for that. Yeah, I had a good time with that. Jokes is working on the images that he shot from that, or will be. The crowd, Leah, was kind of, it was tricky. I think they had good numbers. It didn't feel overly crowded. But it all depends on who you talk to. The Friday I had people who said, it's Friday, it's not that big a deal. A lot of people for Friday. Saturday, obviously, there were more people, which is normal. I had people who said they did incredibly well. I had people who it was their best show like ever. And I had people who were like, it was terrible and it wasn't worth it for them. So I really just think it depends on what you're doing and what your placement was like. But yeah, I mean, I think it was I think there was a good amount of people there. It did not feel to me as claustrophobic as last year. However, I'm not positive if that was because last year was in that other space, was in the other side of the convention center, and it just felt different. I know they tried to space things out because of COVID. This year's layout felt like a normal run. It felt like pre-2020 Baltimore Comic Con layout. It didn't feel like they put any extra space between people or any of that kind of thing, but it did feel more open to me this go round. And that is coming from a standpoint of shooting the way we tend to shoot. We're generally at people's tables. There are people trying to squeeze by and buy things and whatever while we're shooting with people. And so usually you can just feel it. You can feel, how close it really is. And I didn't really feel a lot of that this year. Could be that we just picked timing well, you know what I mean, at tables or something like that. Maybe it was spaced slightly differently than I'm actually used to. I'm not totally sure about that, but overall, I think that the show was a good show. People seem to be, for the most part, pretty happy. J. Robert Dean said we did quite well Saturday, good Sunday. Friday was slow, but that's par for the course. Friday is for the collectors. I would. Friday is for the people who specifically take off for 3 days for a 3-day convention. Your VIPs and so forth, because other people are at work. It just tends not to be quite as busy. So, yeah, I'm glad you all did well over the weekend. Obviously, we
Okay.
have again Extra Life this weekend, and then a couple weeks out, the weekend of the 19th, we have Stellar Con here in Hartford County. I will be there. Ming Chen, Kahari Payton, Nolan North, Dante Brasco, and Cal Dodd, who was the voice of Wolverine. So lots of good folks that are going to be there one day. There is like a Halloween after party. It's like a 80s themed after party thing that's happening after that. Sin and Jokes will be in New York at Anime NYC that weekend. So we're splitting up duties. And then about 3 weeks after that, we have Ocean City Comic Con. So we'll be in Ocean City. And then like 3 weeks after that is MagFest. And then like 3 weeks after that is KatsuCon. It's, it's consistent. So we're busy and we're going to stay busy. Sin.
Yeah.
Did you see that Electronic Arts announced that they signed a deal with Marvel to do 3 Marvel games?
I did see that come across the timeline.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
When did you hear about it?
Only thing I got to see was the fact that Iron Man's one of them, and I don't think they named the other ones just as of yet.
So the rumor, so they announced the Iron Man one like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
The rumor is that one of them is Black Panther, which is
okay.
Possible. What do you think the third one is? Let's say that that Black Panther is one of the other ones. What do you think the third one is? What right now would be a property? I mean, it's just Marvel. It doesn't necessarily mean it's MCU. Could be whatever. But what do you think? What would you want to see?
Let's see. We got Iron Man, Black Panther.
Feel free to throw out some ideas in the chat if you have some ideas about what kind of game you'd like to see them make. That's Marvel related. You say Fantastic Four, you're fired.
Yeah, no, we don't need that. A Blade one could be interesting. Blade one could be dope. Yeah. I like the idea of a Captain America one.
Role playing? Straight action?
I'm thinking one of those stylish action type of ones. I'm thinking for maybe a Blade. Thinking a Captain America could be fun.
I think it's interesting that they're doing an Iron Man, considering we're just way past that phase technically for MCU.
Yeah.
But we do have Armor Wars, which went from being a show to being a movie. And we are getting ready to get Riri. So it's not that Iron Man / an Iron Lad thing isn't still there. Like Iron Man will be there, but isn't there. I think that's interesting.
As long as he flies as long as they fly like Anthem, I'm good.
If the joint doesn't fly like Anthem.
No, I want it to fly like Anthem.
I know. If it doesn't,
okay.
Shut down the studio. Let's talk about what's happening in DC land. James Gunn and Peter Safran are now the co-heads of DC film, television, and animation. What are your first thoughts, Sin? You look like you don't care at all.
No, it's like I like what James Gunn is cool with me. Like we did with Guardians of the Galaxy, Suicide Squad was fun. You know, we know the type of stuff that he does. But if he's part of the head of running all this stuff, I'm just wondering about how different he can make things instead of repeating the same formula over and over and over with across everything. You know what I'm saying? The animation stuff has been fine. You know what I mean? I don't really need you to
Now,
have your
animation has been whacked the last like 3 years.
you know what? Probably because I haven't watched any of the new stuff yet since
Of course you haven't, because you don't care.
end of the old stuff. But I do want to watch the Suns one that just came out not too long ago. I heard
That
that was
actually
pretty
looks
good.
good.
I heard that was pretty good. But yeah, I'm just worried about him being able to mix things up instead of using the same formula over and over again across all these different things. So that's what I'm worried about with him, you know, being put in that position.
You know, I don't know that I would trust James Gunn on his own to do this job. Um, I, you know, they're looking for a Kevin Feige, someone who can bring a level of actual cohesion to what they're trying to do with all of the properties. The fact that it is movies, TV, and animation says to me that the 10-year plan that DC said they had like 3 months ago or whatever, now following that Marvel format, is in fact attempting to follow that format. Let's do TV, right? You have James Gunn with Suicide Squad and with Peacemaker. And I would imagine that they're going to try to take a page out of the What If book, which is animated, but is also MCU canon, and maybe do some things there, right, as well. Peter Safran is probably the thing about this that gives me the most confidence that they might actually do something here. Because I don't think James Gunn is great at what he does for me. Guardians 1 and 2 are cool. I think everything he's done for DC, he's overdone. But it was Safran who helped push Aquaman through the door. Like the last few films they did that were actually good, he helped push those through the door. And it was him who DC contacted when James Gunn got fired from Marvel to tell him, you come over here, we let you do whatever you want. So they have that relationship. And there's also, you know, I could care less whether or not Snyder comes back. I don't think we want or need to see whatever his plan was for Justice League. But a lot of people want to see him come back and do something. And he has essentially kind of sworn off and wants to do his own thing and his own creation, which I think is cool. But if he's going to come back, their best shot at it is probably through these two gentlemen. James Gunn wrote Dawn of the Dead, which is basically Zack Snyder's first breakthrough film. Yeah. So they have a relationship there. You know, there's some other stuff that's underlying. I mean, let me put it. I'm not confident in any way. Okay. That they're going to be able to do anything that's really going to change things. However, again, and James Gunn did say that just because he's in this position doesn't mean he won't direct. But, you know, Feige doesn't direct. You know, he came in as a producer and he worked on the old X-Men films and, you know, all that kind of stuff and worked his way up to where he is. But he knows the material in and out and understands it and gets it and has love for it. And I do feel that way about James Gunn. James Gunn is somebody who does know the material and loves the material and the characters. So I think he will treat them with the respect that I think they deserve, which is different, in my opinion, from what Zack Snyder did. Like I'm not saying Zack Snyder doesn't love and know the characters, but I think Zack Snyder wanted to do something so different.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he was trying to carve a space for himself that was like when we just decided Batman should be the Dark Knight and kind of change things. Larry said, love Snyder, but use this opportunity as a fresh start. Hire Snyder as a creative consultant. Maybe, yeah. I mean, again, that's the kind of thing. Like, I don't necessarily think we need to see him as a director. I'm not really excited about seeing James Gunn direct anything. Maybe he could do another Suicide Squad or something like that. I could see certainly another season of Peacemaker.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I think Peacemaker and his Suicide Squad movie were over the top violent just for the sake of being over the top violent. I don't mind violence when it adds something to the element of the story. But when it's just there because you're allowed to do it, it just feels like, I don't know, it's gratuitous. And I'm not there for that. So I think if they dial it back a bit, and maybe do a little bit less with it. But I think if they can at least put together a plan that allows them to tie these multiple projects together into one thing by having just these two people kind of helmet, they're in a better position than DC has been in, period. That's kind of where I'm at. So hopefully that'll be something we see.
Mm-hmm.
You think it affects the MCU at all?
No.
Okay.
Nah. If it gets off the ground, it's so far out. The train has already left the station, been running with MCU. It's not going to affect them in a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, in terms of James Gunn is supposed to be writing and directing Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And now this dude is the head of DC. And Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was already supposed to be out and isn't out because they fired James Gunn and then they rehired James Gunn to come back and do it. But when they hired him to come do it, he was already doing Suicide Squad. So Guardians 3 is already supposed to be out. Wasn't he supposed to be part of the next phase or whatever? It's supposed to already be done. So here we have James Gunn again being pulled away by DC, and I can promise you that Guardians is designed to be something important to what's going on in the next phases.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me think that there could be it has to cause a shakeup of some sort. I think to the MCU, it has to. Also, he's probably seen the pipeline in some manner.
True. A certain level of it, yeah.
Yeah. So he'll have an idea of what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's like the most inside baseball you can have in a situation like that. So, I think that could have an effect on it for sure. But we'll have to see.
Yeah. We will. It's going to take some time.
Let's talk about PlayStation. PlayStation revealed their second quarter earnings today. And the thing that everybody is talking about is PlayStation Plus. So I have to do a thing I don't really want to do because it's numbers and numbers are boring to most people. However, doesn't that look fun, Sin?
Oh, Lord. Yeah, that like work.
It is. It's work. That's a lot. Here's the thing everybody's talking about. If you look at the bottom two lines, there's PlayStation Plus and there's monthly active users, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So the PlayStation Plus line is the number of subscribers. And again, we're looking at second quarter, so we're looking at Q2, so we're looking at the gray box, right?
Mm-hmm.
45.4. This is in millions. 45.4 million subscribers to PlayStation Plus. If you look at quarter one, 47.3. So they actually lost about 2 million subscribers to PlayStation Plus. Now, before we get into anything further nits or grits about that. Saying, why do you think that is?
I think one. I think getting these systems is still proving difficult. I think Game Pass is still going real strong, and people are getting into it even more and more every day. And I think that's cutting into that a little bit. And it's as far as what they're offering, it's like I said, when you compare it to Game Pass, like it's almost not even worth it what they're offering.
Yeah, I mean, they rolled their numbers into one because they changed their model, right? So PlayStation Plus is now 3 tiers instead of just one thing. So I think a lot of people are just very unsure about what they're getting for being subscribed to PlayStation Plus. The other thing is you do have a lot of people who are still on PlayStation 4s and haven't been able to get a PlayStation 5, can't really benefit from the things that you would get in the higher PlayStation Plus tiers. And I believe they stopped doing PlayStation 4 games as free games for PlayStation Plus. I could be wrong about that, but I believe that's the thing too. Here's the thing that's super, super interesting though about that loss of numbers. Because the other thing is I just think people are confused about what you're getting and why it might be worth it. Here's the other thing that I think is really interesting though. In the top lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down, network services. If you look at Q2 for network services, this is total dollars in millions of yen, $117 million. But if you look at Q1, it's $106 million. So even though they lost 2 million subscribers, they gained a lot of money. They made a lot more money with fewer subscribers, which I'm positive is a thing they knew could happen when they went to this new model. We're probably going to lose some people, but we're charging more money, or we'll have people that upgrade to a different tier and we'll bring in more money per month, right? Instead of us, or because they have that option, that is, you can pay for the full year option, which is one of the things that we said is a great thing that PlayStation does that Microsoft should probably look at. You can pay monthly for PlayStation Plus at any one of their tiers, but it's more expensive to do it monthly than it is to just say, I want the whole year and pay for the whole year. It's actually cheaper to do it. So they may have had a lot of people who just said, well, I'm just going to pay for the whole year and save myself that money on the back end. And so they may have just seen a surge in people, even if they dropped, number of subscriptions, who said, well, I'll just get the biggest tier and pay $100 for the whole thing, all year instead of paying $10 a month, or whatever it is, right? And so it could be that we saw that. So it's interesting because Microsoft last week said that they think they might be at as many Game Pass subscribers on console as they're ever going to get. Like it may not get any higher.
Okay.
But they're up in Game Pass on PC like 130%. That joint is continuing to rise. And they're not really looking at console anymore. And as they begin to move that again, as we talked about, into TVs and all that other kind of stuff, they can certainly see those subscriptions, continue to jump. Phil Spencer also said that this week on a podcast that they're losing $100 to $200 on every console they sell.
But they knew they were going to take that loss.
Well, yeah, that's a lot though, and it's a lot to take over this period of time. If you don't do an update or change something or whatever, but we know that Game Pass is profitable for them, and I'm sure that it is for Sony as well. I don't think that it matters as much that Sony lost. Like people seem to be making a big deal that they lost subscribers, and I don't think that really matters that much. Especially not if you're making more money. but
Nah.
we'll have to see how that pans out over the next quarter. Will be a big quarter because it's the holiday quarter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this will be the quarter where, the Christmas sales and all that kind of stuff kick in, and if they can actually get consoles out to people, then we're likely to see a surge. You have God of War that's getting ready to come out, and that's coming out going into the third quarter.
Yep.
And that's gonna move. It's gonna move some consoles. There's
Oh,
no
big,
way
big.
about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah.
So that being the case, if they could see more people subscribe, that's a possibility. And again, they could see people that just say, I'm going for the whole year, right? Instead of doing it.
Yeah, monthly and stuff like that. Yeah, because that's what I just dove for the whole year. Because I was buying Stray, and the deal they gave at the time was like, well, for the price of Stray, I can get it for the rest of the year. So
Exactly. So you might as well just do it, right? And so again, instead of them getting $9 a month from you, they got 60.
Yep.
You know what I mean? In that surge. And so that added all that additional money to the pot right away. You see what I'm saying? So, if other people were thinking the way you thought, and I couldn't see why they wouldn't,
What up,
that would make
BP?
sense. What up, BP? Hey, BP, I didn't see you posted. You pulled a 10, buddy.
Oh.
I hope you did. Yeah. So, should we wrap this up, Sam?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're gonna wrap this up. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Sin, can you throw that Beacons link up one more time?
Absolutely.
While he's doing that, one more friendly reminder that the QR code that you see on screen above Spider-Man's head over here will take you directly to our link so that you can donate to the Extra Life charity for us. Extra Life is this weekend. We will be playing games for 24 hours.
BP got a 9.8.
9.8. I'm so sorry. I want you to know, BP, that I think much more highly of you than the number you pulled. If you would like to donate, you can donate now. You don't have to wait till Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, but please feel free to tune in on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and hang out with us and chat while we're playing games. Make fun of us. You could wait and donate then so that you can see what kind of terrible things Sin will do to himself in order to raise money for children. We do it for the kids.
For the kids.
Right, Sin?
Yes,
do
sir.
it for the kids. Yeah. So you can use that Beacons link and you can follow us across social media all across the board. Lots of stuff getting uploaded as we come out of the convention this past weekend. I'm sure we'll have some clips and things that will be hitting TikTok and so forth as we come out of Extra Life next week. Or again, just hit the QR code and go straight there and donate. We'll greatly appreciate it. Sin, you have a job to do. Would you please?
Yes, of course. Let's shout out our top tier patrons, starting with Anthony Cunningham, Marcus Houston, Susan Dortch, Tyrone Carson, Meticulous Skin, and Jonathan Souza. Thank you very much. We truly, truly appreciate it.
Hey, listen, if you're not checking us out on Mondays, not live, but Mondays are the days when we drop our episodes of Spoiler Boys.
Spoiler Boys!
My man. And right now we are discussing what's left of Andor. And it's happening. Hey.
How much you donating?
Yeah, that's the question, Alex.
That's the question.
How much you donating?
How much you donating for the kids?
Better than Batman. Superman's greater than Batman. You know what I mean? Because that's a lie. So if you want him to lie, Alex,
you want me to lie for the kids?
You got to pay. Yes, lie for the children. You got to pay. Facts. Yeah, look, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us this evening. We will see y'all again on Friday for Extra Life. How much would it take? Oh, shoot.
How much would it take?
How much would it take? It didn't take much for you to get stepped on. So how much would it take you to say that Superman is greater than Batman? How much to get you to lie, buddy?
At least 100. At least 100 for
At
the
least
kids.
100.
At least 100 for the kids.
I think Alice can make that happen.
At least 100 for the kids.
At least 100. Hey, Sin, how much have you already put in your swear jar?
None yet.
Okay.
But I got 40 on tap.
Okay. Okay.
But nothing's
How
in
much
the jar.
how much per swear this year?
How much what?
How much per swear this year?
It usually like $1.
It usually is.
Yeah, usually $1. So I'm gonna keep it at $1. You know, keep it $1. You know.
All right, you're just planning for 40 swears over the course of 3 days.
And look, I said I'm not saying the 40's going in, but I have it on deck if I need it.
Fair.
Yes, the money's on deck if I need it.
I get it.
Oh, great.
Uh-oh. He would have to say it sincerely. You have to say it like you mean it, bruh. You gotta Wayne Tech kick him. Not gonna happen. Oh, for sure. For sure. Let's get him. Who's that for?
That's for me.
Who's that for?
Ain't for me.
Who's that for? Because that's a fact. That's easy. I say that for free. I can tell you that right now. Because he is. Way better. Way better. That's freedom. All right, y'all. Again, we greatly appreciate y'all tuning in. You guys keep plotting and planning the things you want to make Sin do.
Why just me? Where's jokes when we need it right now?
Hey, bro, listen. I put it all on the line every year. So this time, y'all can take 2 for the team. It'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? Zayna might already be beating y'all again. You know what I'm saying? Come out here swinging. Feel me?
Okay.
Come out here swinging. Okay. One more time, I'm gonna try to end this. We greatly appreciate y'all hanging out with us this evening. It does mean the world to us, whether you know it or not. Now you know it instead of not. Please keep in mind that just because you have a well thought out plan doesn't make it a great idea. With that, we're out. Toodles and lose.
Loading snacks.